Proteins Part 5. In this third lecture of oxidation of amino acids, we are going to study about the catabolic pathways of amino acids that are converted to alpha ketoglutarate, succinyl coenzyme and oxaloacetate. Let us start with the catabolic pathway of amino acids that are converted to alpha ketoglutarate. The carbon skeleton of 5 amino acids, arginine, histidine, proline and glutamine is converted to glutamate, and then glutamate is then converted to alpha ketoglutarate. This alpha ketoglutarate then enters the citric acid cycle pathway. Let us study the conversion of each amino acid in detail. First one is the proline. The cyclic structure of proline is opened by the oxidation to form a linear chain which is glutamate gamma semialdehyde. And this glutamate gamma semialdehyde is further oxidized to glutamate by the enzyme glutamate semialdehyde dehydrogenase. This another amino acid is glutamine. This glutamine donates its amide nitrogen and get converted to glutamate. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme glutaminase. The third amino acid is arginine. The conversion of arginine to glutamate is slightly more complex. The arginine is first converted to ornithine by the enzyme arginase, and this reaction occurs in the urea cycle. The ornithine is then transaminated to glutamate gamma semialdehyde by the enzyme ornithine delta aminotransferase, and this glutamate gamma semialdehyde is then oxidized to glutamate by the enzyme glutamate semialdehyde dehydrogenase. The conversion of histidine to glutamate occur in 4 steps, and this conversion is slightly more complex, and let us study this conversion in detail. First, in the first step, the histidine is converted to urocanate by the enzyme histidine ammonia lyase. In the second step, the urocanate is then converted to 4-imidazolone 5-propionate, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme urocanate dehydratase. In the third step, 4-imidazolone 5-propionate is hydrolyzed to form N-formimino-glutamate. This N-formimino-glutamate is then converted to glutamate by transfer of its 4-imino group to tetrahydrofolate, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme glutamate 4-aminotransferase. In this way, histidine is converted to glutamate by 4-step reaction. Let us go back once again. The glutamate formed from proline, glutamine, arginine and histidine is then converted to alpha ketoglutarate by transamination or deamination reaction, and this alpha ketoglutarate then enters the citric acid cycle. In this way, 5 amino acid arginine, histidine, glutamine, proline and glutamate is converted to alpha ketoglutarate. Now, the catabolic pathway of amino acids that are converted to succinyl coenzyme. The carbon skeleton of methionine, isoleucine, threonine and valine are degraded by the pathway that produces the succinyl coenzyme. And in this pathway, methyl malonyl coenzyme is the intermediate of all these four amino acids. Let us study the degradation of these amino acids in detail. First, we will study the degradation of methionine. Methionine is first metabolized to form S-adenosyl methionine, and this S-adenosyl methionine is converted to S-adenosyl cysteine, which is then hydrolyzed to form the homocysteine. Homocysteine is a branch point. In humans, half of the homocysteine which is formed from methionine is remethylated back to form the methionine again, and the other half of the homocysteine is degraded to form the succinyl coenzyme. And in this degradative pathway, the first step is the condensation of homocysteine with the serine to form cystathionine. And this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme cystathionine beta synthase. In the second step, this cystathionine gamma lyase enzyme catalyzes the cleavage of CS bond of cystathionine to yield the cysteine, and alpha ketobutyrate is formed. This alpha ketobutyrate is then oxidized. The alpha ketobutyrate is then oxidized by the enzyme alpha keto acid dehydrogenase to form the propionyl CoA. The propionyl CoA is the intermediate in all these amino acid degradative pathway of all these amino acids. In this way, the methionine degraded to form the propionyl coenzyme. Now let us see another amino acid, isoleucine. The isoleucine is degraded to propionyl coenzyme in 6-step reaction, and in this 6-step reaction acetyl coenzyme is also produced. The propionyl coenzyme is then further converted to succinyl coenzyme. The third amino acid is threonine. In human beings, the threonine is first converted to alpha ketobutyrate by the enzyme threonine dehydratase. One molecule of ammonia and water is also released in this reaction, and the PLP, pyridoxal phosphate, is the coenzyme. The alpha ketobutyrate is then oxidized to form the propionyl coenzyme by the enzyme alpha keto acid dehydrogenase. In this way, threonine is also get converted to propionyl coenzyme. The fourth amino acid is valine. The degradation of valine follows the pathway similar to that of methionine, threonine and isoleucine, and after several transamination, decarboxylation and series of oxidation reaction, this valine gets converted to propionyl coenzyme by 7-step reaction, and through this 7-step reaction the valine gets converted to propionyl coenzyme. Now this propionyl coenzyme is converted to succinyl coenzyme by 2-step reaction. In the first step, the propionyl coenzyme is carboxylated at the expense of ATP to yield an isomer of methyl malonyl coenzyme A. And this carboxylation reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme propionyl coenzyme A carboxylase. In the second step, this methyl malonyl coenzyme A is converted to succinyl coenzyme A by an intramolecular rearrangement using the enzyme methyl malonyl coenzyme A mutase. And this enzyme possesses a derivative of vitamin B12 as its coenzyme. In this way, propionyl coenzyme is converted to succinyl coenzyme A, and then succinyl coenzyme enters the citric acid cycle pathway. Catabolic pathway of leucine, isoleucine and valine. As we know that most of the amino acids are catabolized in the liver, but the three branch side chain amino acid valine, isoleucine and leucine are oxidized in the extrahepatic tissues. And what are these extrahepatic tissues? These extrahepatic tissues are muscles, adipose, kidney and brain tissue. All these three amino acids share the two enzymes, and these two enzymes are aminotransferase and branch chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase complex. The first enzyme aminotransferase act on all the three branch chain amino acid valine, isoleucine and leucine to produce their corresponding keto acids. And the second enzyme, the branch chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase complex, catalyzes the oxidative decarboxylation of these corresponding alpha keto acid and releasing the carboxyl group as carbon dioxide and produce their acyl coenzyme derivatives. 5 cofactor TPP, FAD, NAD, lipoate and coenzyme A participate in this reaction. In this way, the three branch chain amino acids are catalyzed to their acyl coenzyme derivatives, and these are further oxidized later on. Catabolic pathway of asparagine and aspartate. The two amino acids asparagine and aspartate are degraded to oxaloacetate. The carbon skeleton of asparagine and aspartate enters the citric acid cycle via the oxaloacetate. In the first step, the asparagine is hydrolyzed by the enzyme asparaginase to ammonia and aspartate. And in the step second, this aspartate then undergoes transamination reaction in the presence of enzyme aspartate aminotransferase to form oxaloacetate and glutamate. The oxaloacetate then enters the citric acid cycle. The aspartate can also be converted to fumarate through the urea cycle. Thus, we see that how different amino acids are degraded through dehydrogenation, decarboxylation and other reactions to produce portion of their carbon skeleton in the form of 5 central metabolites, and these metabolites then enters the citric acid cycle. Through this citric acid cycle, they are completely oxidized to carbon dioxide and water. For further reading, I would like to suggest 2 books of biochemistry. First one is the book of biochemistry by S.N. Gupta, and second is the Fundamental of Biochemistry by Janet Jain. I hope the student get benefit through this e-lecture. Thank you for watching.